Assalamu alaikum, Hussein Baba here. Welcome to another episode of Baba's Gold Coast. Today we're going to talk about the tertiary education in Gold Coast. Alright, when I talk about tertiary, it's about universities, vocational college. Okay, now the best place to find out about this information, I've come to a place called Study Gold Coast, and I'm going to talk to the manager here. Come, follow me. Alright, here. Well, I'm here at Study Gold Coast, and I'm going to find more information about what they do and also about information generally about the tertiary education in Gold Coast. And here to explain to me is Thilinika.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Hussein. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome to Baba's Gold Coast. Okay, and so what do you do here?
Well, I am the Student Experience Manager at Study Gold Coast,
Right.
Which I always say is the best role that one
Right.
could have.
Yes.
Because, on the Gold Coast, it's like a really good destination for education.
Right.
So, being the center of that and being able to support students is
Right.
such a good experience, I would say.
Right, good. Okay, now that's a very interesting part. Now, well, I like to know why Gold Coast was set up in the first place.
So, Study Gold Coast is mainly to be the hub of education and training
Right.
On the Gold Coast,
Right.
where students could, get that information regarding education and training, and also the institutes that are on the Gold Coast, like
Right.
the universities and the TAFEs that we
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
In order to provide that information to students,
Yes.
and also we serve as the connecting point between the students and the institutions. So students can come to us for any sort of information that they need with regard to their education.
Right.
And we have a range of support services that we offer.
Okay. Well, she jumped into my next question already. You have replied most of it, but I'll ask you once again. What are the basic services that you provide here?
Operate under four main pillars,
Right.
and that is student attraction,
Yes, number
student experience,
one. Right.
student employability,
Okay.
and student retention.
Okay, that's
So-
in just four main pillars.
Yes.
I'm very interested in the third one.
Yeah, student
employability.
employability.
What does that mean?
So we have a wide range of career support that we give students.
Oh, I see.
We have a careers manager who takes care of all that.
Right.
And so we have different, support services we offer as well. So the
Right.
careers outreach program is designed so that we can go into the unis, we can go into the schools on the Gold Coast and educate them about how one could be employed at an organization.
Okay.
So because we believe that that's the basis of,
Right.
finding employment.
That's right.
Like how can you wind up your resume? How can you design your CV in a way that the employer would hire you?
Of course. Of course.
How could you do up your LinkedIn profile so that the employer could see your LinkedIn profile and match your skills with their requirements?
Okay.
So that is the main support, but apart from that, we also have the Gold Coast Student Hub,
Okay.
where we provide career support advice to students.
All
So we
right.
have a support officer on Mondays and Wednesdays,
Right.
and students can book in an appointment and can
Right.
come in, and it's all free of charge for them.
Right.
They can come in and get that service.
Okay. So that's the third one. And the fourth one is retention.
Yes.
What retention referred to?
So retention is we want to keep all this talent
Yes.
on the Gold Coast itself.
Okay.
We want
yes.
them to come to the Gold Coast. We
Yes.
want to we want them to have the best experience.
Right.
We want to give them the best opportunity to find a job.
Right.
And then we want to keep them here so that it's like a cycling process where they also could become ambassadors of this beautiful city.
Yes.
In order to bring in more students here.
That's right. Well, that was a good piece of information. I never knew about this information. Okay. Now the other thing, when the student, are we talking about domestic students or international students?
Both. So we cater to the domestic students plus the international students as
Okay.
well. If you talk about the international students,
Right.
we have students from different countries approaching us
Right.
for different support services.
Right.
Also, with the domestic students, we
Yes.
we have a range of member institutions as well, schools. So we work closely with all of them.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And as you know, we live in Gold Coast. It's a beautiful city. That's what I'm
Definitely.
promoting Gold Coast to all my viewers around the world. As you know, and if you can just explain the tertiary educations here in the Gold Coast, like university? What are the universities? And can you explain to us what
Sure. So we have 3 world-class universities on the Gold Coast. That is Griffith.
Yes.
We have the Bond University
Right.
and then Southern Cross University.
Right.
Also, we have the Tertiary Education and Training, which is TAFE,
Yes.
here in Queensland on the Gold Coast.
That's very interesting because I know TAFE is quite active. TAFE is sponsored by the government?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And TAFE mainly focus on like hairdressing?
Yeah, so vocational training providers.
Right.
So there is students who are interested in those areas,
right,
who love to get their certifications through TAFE
right,
as well.
That's good. And can they contact TAFE directly, or they need to go through Gold Coast study Gold Coast?
To contact TAFE?
Yeah.
They can go directly, but if they want to find out, like let's say it's an international student living in another country who wants to come to Gold Coast, we have lots of information on our website, Study Gold Coast. We also have a course finder, which is used by students very often. You could see, like, I'm interested in studying my master's in social work. Where can I find it? So all those information is being given on our website. So it's a really good tool for students to use. And this is coming in as a surprise. We have a new travel grant for students arriving onto the Gold Coast from 1st June. It's a $500 travel grant. They could apply for it. And we are giving that to 500 students, eligible students.
Did you hear that? $500 for international students who come after 1st of June. They can get into your website and find all these details.
Yes, it's called It's Your Moment.
It's Your Moment. Now, you see, we had the COVID, and I know before the COVID, there was a big numbers of students studying in the Gold Coast. Roughly how many students were studying here?
We had about 32,000 students approximately studying on the Gold Coast.
32,000 in the Gold Coast?
Yes.
Wow, that's a big figure.
Yeah, it
so
is.
Mainly from which countries like?
We had lots of students from China, Brazil, and some of the other countries as well.
Okay.
But predominantly, there were lots of students from various different countries.
Right.
And so 32,000 was the number.
That's a big number. Well, now that the airports has been open, and I'm sure that gradually the numbers will build up.
Yes.
Right? And with your promotion to overseas, and students are getting back to the Gold Coast, because there were some students who were stuck up overseas because they were studying here, but sadly at that time many of them went over back home for the holidays. So they couldn't return to Australia. So our airport was closed for the last 2 years. So hopefully they're all coming back. And it's a bustling city. Gold Coast is a bustling city. You see, I have been dealing with the organization, especially when the COVID hit. There was a lockdown, and many of the students lost their jobs because they were working in the hospitality industry. And so we looked at our organization, Multicultural Social Network. We looked after about 200 international students by providing food hampers, weekly food hampers, and also warm meals. And if you refer to my previous video, you can see me how I cook for 200 students. But it was interesting. But anyhow, thank God, by 7th or the 8th month, most of them got their jobs, and that was good. Now, I'm sure since then, you would have added more programs to your services. Now, what are the new services that come about? If you can explain a bit more about that.
Sure. So one main feature offered by Study Gold Coast is the Gold Coast Student Hub.
Yes.
And this hub is a place for all domestic and international students to come in on all 5 days of the week from 8:30 to 4:30 to get as much as support they require. So we have a study space, we have free Wi-Fi at the premises, we offer free coffee, which is students love it.
I wouldn't mind a coffee after this interview.
Yes, definitely. And we also have a support officer on site on Mondays and Wednesdays.
I see.
Providing them guidance and advice on mental health and well-being, career support.
Wow.
And they could come in and talk about anything with that support officer. So that's a main feature that we offer. And we also have events throughout every month.
Right.
Like for example, we have a day out series.
Right.
Where students can go on cruises.
Right.
They went on to Dream World.
Right.
They went to the Karambin Wildlife Sanctuary.
Right.
So these are all experiences where students could get the best of the Gold Coast.
Right.
As well as make friends, because that's essential, right? Like
of course.
when you're a student here, you
Yes.
need to have lots of friends to be supported too.
That's true.
So that's what we offer mainly. And we also have things like pizza and games and morning tea and a range of other events.
No wonder when I just entered your office, I saw a group of students. It looked like a mini United Nations.
Yes.
I mean, people from different part of the world, they were having a discussion.
Yes, so that was our English language conversation club, because we think sometimes when you come from an international separate country,
right.
you even though you can speak English,
right.
you fear to speak your language
right.
because it's not your first language.
That's true.
So the English language conversation club provides that service and the support for them to be free to talk in English and improve language
and
skills.
also get used to some of Aussie slang.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, sure.
Might. All right, that's good. I'm really very impressed because I was not aware of these services. But it sounds like a one-stop shop for a student, right?
It is.
So parents out there, you don't have to worry. If you send the children here, they're looked after.
Definitely.
Right? Because they have access to all these services. They just have to contact a student hub or the Gold Coast study, and they will provide all these services. And again, what's the website address?
Sure. So the website is www.studygoldcoast.org.au.
Okay. Don't worry. If you don't get it, it's under this video. All right. So, well, I'm really, really impressed. Okay. About yourself, where are you from?
So I'm from Sri Lanka.
Are you really?
Yeah.
From Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from Sri Lanka too.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, but I don't speak
good
much.
to know.
Yeah, okay. I'm not. Well, I was born and raised in Hong Kong, but my parents all came from Sri Lanka, and we used to visit. Yeah. So, if that's the case, why don't you say a few words in Sinhalese?
Sure.
Okay.
මං හිතන්නේ ලංකාවේ ඉඳන් මමත් ඔස්ට්‍රේලියාවලට ආවේ ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් හැටියට. ඉතින් ඒ ලංකාවේ ඉඳන් මෙහෙට ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් හැටියට තිබ්බ අත්දැකීම ගෝල්ඩ් කෝස්ට් කියන මේ කියන්නේ ඔස්ට්‍රේලියාවේ 6 වෙනි ලොකුම සිටි එකේ ඒක අමුතුම කියන්නේ හොඳම අත්දැකීමක් වුණා. මොකද මම මෙහෙට ආවේ මගේ PhD එක කරන්න education වලින්. ඉතින් දැන් ඒක complete කරනවත් එක්කම මට මේ job එකක් හම්බුණා මෙතන study gold course වල student experience manager කෙනෙක් හැටියට.
Right.
ඉතින් මම හැමදෙස්සම බලන්නේ international student කෙනෙක්ගේ perspective එකෙන් කොහොමද ඒ කියන්නේ ළමෙක් වෙනම country එකකට ආවහම වෙනම city එකකට ආවහම මොන වගේ අත්දැකීමක්ද තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් දැන් අර එක පැත්තක ඉඳලා දැන් අනිත් පැත්තට ආවහම මම හැමතිස්සම හදන්නේ ළමයින්ට හොඳම දේ දෙන්න මේ hub එකකින් උනත්.
Oh, very good. I mean, like, my cameraman is confused. He didn't know what you're talking about, but I understood.
Yes.
I also understood, and why you came here for your PhD studies and your concern about new students, how they can help. That's very good. So basically, what she mentioned in the video, for those who don't understand English, what she said, she came especially to a PhD here. After she finished her PhD, she found a job here, and she enjoyed the job. She enjoyed this place, nice place, and she gave best assurance for students who want to come and study here. They get all the services. Is it correct?
Yes.
My translation
yes,
correct?
Perfect.
Okay.
And, I think what I also mentioned was that I was on that side of the
as a student,
and now I'm here providing support for students.
Good,
so,
that's good.
and I would say I'm very fortunate to be in this organization to provide that support.
That's right. So she have experienced the both world. She have seen from the student side of view and also now the service provider. Well, that's interesting. And I'd like to thank you for spending time with us and giving an explanation about the whole services what Study Gold Coast provide. And I'm sure the viewers will like to know more, and they can contact the website that that you provided. And okay then, thank you so much.
Thank you, Hussein.
Bhoma Stuti.
Bhoma Stuti.